All right, thank you very much. All right, it is time to talk with our vets today. Have you ever had an emergency with your pet? Well, Dr. Jerome Williams and Dr. Casey Ray are here today to talk about some of this. And guys, great to see you.
Good morning. So good to be here again.
And Dr. Ray, you brought your friend with you over here, I see.
Sure did.
We'll get a shot of our pet here today.
This is Georgia.
This is Georgia.
Georgia. And hey, Georgia. So tell us about Georgia.
Georgia is a 12-and-a-half-year-old yellow Labrador retriever.
Oh, what a sweetheart.
Who unfortunately has laryngeal paralysis.
What does that mean?
Which is where the airflow is turbulent going into their lungs.
Oh my gosh.
And that can lead to a lot of things like heat stress and
so
things like that.
So this time of the year is very difficult.
It is difficult for her, but you may be able to hear her breathing loud, and that's because of that.
Oh, bless her heart. But dogs don't have to have that kind of condition for you to have concern of that about them this time of the year, right?
Right. This time of year, we got to take those precautions to make certain that they don't get heat stroke. But a patient like Georgia is much more critical.
Mm-hmm.
She is, and also patients like Georgia, and also short-nosed dogs like bulldogs and pugs and Boston Terriers and those sort of dogs are also prone to heat stress also.
Because of
because the nose is so short,
yeah.
And they can't get the airflow in either, because dogs exchange heat by panting and not by sweating like we do. So they've got to be able to get that airflow in and out in order to exchange heat.
So we have had obviously some rainy conditions here that our temperatures haven't gotten into that really heat that we're used to this time of year. We know we'll go back to that. So when people are looking at their pets, what are some of the warning signs if you see something going on?
Excessive panting, and panting to an extreme to where they can't stop panting.
Mm-hmm.
If they're panting so hard that their gums and tongue turns blue,
goodness gracious,
a dark color like that, that would be also an indication of heat stress.
I think you need to pet our baby over there. She seems to be stressing a little bit. It's okay.
Georgia.
So what would be different then, and say you take your dog for a run or a walk, and you know they're tired at the end of the walk or the run, like just like you are. How do you know it's too much for a dog?
Well, usually when they sort of settle down and sort of stop, they'll lay down and they'll be panting and they can't stop. Okay. They won't be just panting looking around. You'll see a distressed look in their face. They'll be panting, really, really difficult for them to breathe, and then you'll see basically becoming recumbent and not being able to get up and move.
All right, Mickey had to come.
Oh yeah,
the baby needs attention.
Yeah, and we got to remember this time of year to make sure our animals have shade available, that there's adequate water, and not to leave them in the car for that quick stop we got to make. And
you see that sadly, we see people leave dogs in cars, and it just doesn't take that long at all for them, does it? It
doesn't. It doesn't, especially this time of year, especially when it's humid. It doesn't take very long at all.
Doctor, at home, if we find we have a situation that we suspect that's the problem, what's the first thing we?
Well, the first thing you do is just cool them down, give them a bath, put a fan on them, and take them to the veterinarian, because they can have severe internal problems almost immediately from this, and vascular problems, blood problems from heat stroke, just like a person can.
So what do you do for our pet here who has the problem you were talking about?
Well, it will progressively get worse, and she may need surgery.
Okay. But surgery could help her out?
It could, yes.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Well, thank you.
Always good to be here.
It's great. It's great reminders of what we deal with our pets. That is a sweet puppy. Yeah. Okay. Thank you both so much.
Thank you.
All right. We'll be back in just a moment.
Good Day, Alabama.